Friends, the question is, let the circle C1 x square plus y square is equal to 9, second circle and the second circle intersect at the points x and y. Okay, so let us draw the circle. Okay, now here the first circle is x square plus y square is equal to 9, so that is standard circle. Center is origin. Okay, so that is this standard circle. Then another circle. Okay, so C1 is x square plus y square is equal to 9. Center is 0, 0 and radius is 3 units. Then second circle is x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 4 the whole square equal to 16. So center will be 3, 4 and radius is 4 units. Now here center is 3, 4 and the radius is 4 units. Okay, so it will definitely cut the first circle at the point 3, 0. Okay, so this is that circle. Because 3, 0 is a point which satisfied by C1 and C2 both. Okay, center is 3, 4, so center is somewhere here. This is C2, this is C1. Let us say C1 is the center of the first circle, C2 is the center of the second circle. Okay, they intersect at the point x and y. Okay, let us, this point is x and this point be y. Okay, the another circle satisfies the following condition. There is one third circle whose center is C3, whose center is h, k and radius is given to be r square, so r units. Correct. Now C3 is collinear with the center C1 and C2. C1 and C2 both lie inside C3. Okay, so the third circle, that is a big circle which touches both the circles. Okay, so this is that third circle. So C1 and C3 both lie inside C3. C1 and C2 both lie inside C3 and C3 touches C1 at M. C3 touches C1 at M. Okay, so this point is M and C2 at N. Okay, so this point is N. The line through X and Y intersect C3 at Z. Okay, so there is one line through X and Y intersect C3 at Z. So C3 at Z and W. Okay, let a common tangent at C1 and C3 be a tangent to parabola x square is equal to 8 alpha y. Okay, now let us, okay, we know the coordinates of C2 is 3, 4. Now let r, okay, now first of all, what is distance mn? Distance mn is 2r units. Correct. Now distance mn is basically distance mc1 plus distance between c1 c2, because collinear c1 c2 and c3, c1 c2 and c3 all are collinear. Okay, so C3 is somewhere on line joining C1 and C2. So distance Mn is distance between MC1 plus C1 C2 plus distance between C2N. So 2r is equal to distance between MC1 is the radius of the first circle, that is 3 units, plus distance between C1 C2. C1 is 0, 0, C2 is 3, 4. So that is under root of 9 plus 16, and C2 n is the radius of the second circle, that is given to be 4 units. Okay, so this is 3 plus 5 plus 4, so 2r is equal to 12. It implies that r is equal to 6 units. Okay, so r is equal to 6 units, the radius of the bigger circle. Now if we observe, then see the diameter of the first circle is 6. Okay, so it means that this point must be the center of the bigger circle, blue circle. Now equation of, okay, let us first calculate the coordinates of C3. Let us say C3 be h comma k. So let C3 is the center of the third circle, that is h comma k. Now the equation of line mn is y is equal to mx. M is slope, slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, so C3 will be h comma 4h by 3. This is the center of the third circle, h comma 4h by 3. Now we have to calculate. Now we know that the distance between C1 and C3 is 3 units. So that is under root of h square plus k square is equal to 3. So h square plus k square is equal to 9. So h square plus k is 4h by 3, the whole square is equal to 9. So I can say h square plus 16 h square by 9 is equal to 9. 25 h square by 9 is equal to 9. So h square is equal to 81 by 25. It implies that h is 9 by 5 units and k is 4h by 3. So 4 by 3 into 9 by 5. So that will be 12 by 5. It's not unit. So coordinates of h is, value of h is 9 by 5 and k is 12 by 5. So h comma k will be 9 by 5 comma 12 by 5. Now the first is given to be 2h plus k. Okay, so here 2h plus k, the value of 2h plus k is 2 is 9 by 5 and k is 12 by 5. So that is 18 plus 12 by 5. So that is 30 by 5. So that is 6. So 2h plus k is equal to 6. So for option 1, the correct option is P. Then length of ZW upon length of XY. Okay. So now let us first calculate the equation of XY. Now XY is the common chord for C1 and C2. So equation of XY is C1 minus C2 equal to 0. Correct? So C1 is x square plus y square minus 9 plus C2 is x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 8y plus 16 minus 16 equal to 0. So that is x square plus y square minus 9, middle is minus, then minus x square plus 6x minus 9 minus y square plus 8y equal to 0. So here this is 6x plus 8y minus 18 equal to 0. That is 3x plus 4y minus 9 equal to 0. This is equation of xy. Now slope of xy is minus 3 by 4 and slope of mn. Now equation of mn is this, 4x minus 3y is equal to 0. So slope of mn will be 4 by 3. So now slope of xy into slope of mn is equal to minus 1. It implies that xy is perpendicular to mn. Let us say the point of intersection. They both are perpendicular. Let us say point of intersection is P. Okay, now first I want to calculate the length of xy. So I will calculate first distance C1p, correct? Now distance C1p is perpendicular distance. Now I know the equation of xy, that is this. So I will apply perpendicular distance formula from origin. So that will be minus 9 by 5. Okay, so 9 by 5 units. I know that length of C1x is equal to radius of first circle, that is 3 units. So I can easily calculate distance of px. Distance of px, that is under root of 9 minus 81 by 25. So that will be 12 by 5 units. Now length of xy. So length of xy is double the length of this is basically px, because perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord will be bisects the chord. So it will be 24 by 5 units. Okay, so I know the length of xy. Now I will calculate perpendicular distance formula from C3 on xy. Okay, I know the coordinates of C3, that is 9 by 5, 12 by 5. Okay, I know the equation of xy, that will be equation of xy is already given. So now calculate the length of C3p first. So length of C3p is equal to mod of, now in this equation I will substitute the coordinates of C3. Now the coordinates of C3 was 9 by 5, 12 by 5. Okay, so 3 into 9 by 5, 27 by 5, plus 12, that is 48 by 5, minus 9 upon 5. So length of C3p will be 27 plus 48 minus 45 divided by 25. So that will be 30 by 5. So that is 6 by 5 units. Now we know that C3x is the radius of the second circle, that is 4. So we can C3z is the radius of the bigger circle. Radius of the bigger circle is 6. So we can calculate length of pz. So length of pz, again by applying Pythagoras formula, under root of 36 minus 36 by 25. So we can say 6 root 24 by 25. So that will be 6 into 2 root 4 by 5, that is 12 root 4 by 5 units. Sorry, 24 will be 2 root 6. So here 2 root 6, so 12 root 6 by 5. And length of ZW. Length of ZW is double the length of PZ, that is 24 root 6 by 5 units. Now here what we want to calculate, the length of ZW upon length of XY. So that is 24 root 6 by 5 upon length of XY is 24 by 5. So this 24 and 5 will get cancelled. So answer is root 6. So that will be the ratio of ZW upon XY. So the ratio of ZW upon XY is root 6. Okay, so correct option for second is Q. Now next, area of triangle MZN. Okay, so area of triangle MZN. Now let us see the diagram. MZN. Okay, so we can say half into base into height. Base is MN and height is PZ. So that is half into base into height. So half into, now MN. MN is the diameter for the bigger circle, that we know 12. And PZ. PZ, just now we calculated that the value of PZ is 12 root 6 by 5. 12 root 6 by 5, correct? PZ is 12 root 6 by 5, correct? 12 root 6 by 5. So it will be 72 root 6 by 5 square units. and the area of triangle ZMW. So again check the diagram, ZMW, that is again half into base into height. Base will consider ZW and height PM. So half into ZW into PM. Now half into ZW, length is 24 root 6 by 5, we calculated, and PM. Now PM is basically MC1 plus C1P. Okay, so MC1 plus C1P. So half into 24 root 6 by 5 into MC1 is the radius of the smaller circle, that is 3, and C1P, that also we calculated here. C1P is 9 by 5. Okay, so this is 9 by 5. So this is 24 root 6 by 5 into 15 plus 9, 24 by 5, correct? So this is 12 into 24 root 6 by 25. Now we have to take ratio. Area of triangle MZN upon area of triangle ZMW. So here 72 root 6 by 5 divided by 12 into 24 root 6 by 25. So this is 72 root 6 by 5 into 25 upon 12 into 24 root 6. Root 6 cancel. Then 24 3s are 5 5s are. So this will be 15 by 12. Again we can cancel with 5. So this will 3. So it will be 5 by 4. So 5 by 4 is the ratio. So for third, correct option is given to be R. So yes, this is correct. 1 P correct. Now calculate alpha. Now let the common tangent C1 and C3 be a tangent to the parabola x square is equal to 8 alpha y. Okay, so they are talking about this tangent. So here this tangent. Now definitely this line, this tangent is parallel to ZW, correct? So slope of tangent. So slope of tangent is, now equation of ZW, equation of xy same as ZW, that is this equation. So slope is minus 3 by 4. So that will be minus 3 by 4, and that tangent is tangent to the standard circle. So I will apply condition of tangency y is equal to mx minus a upon a into under root of 1 plus m square. Definitely plus minus because that tangent is in the third quadrant. If the tangent is in the first quadrant side, then I'll consider plus sign. So this is minus 3 by 4x minus 3 into under root of 1 plus 9 by 16. So y is equal to minus 3x by 4 minus 3 into 5 by 4. So that is y is equal to minus 3x by 4 minus 15 by 4. Okay, this is equation of tangent. Now the same tangent is tangent to the parabola. Now condition of tangency for parabola, y is equal to mx minus a m square, correct? So y is equal to minus 3 by 4x minus, now a, equation of parabola is x square is equal to 8 alpha y. If I compare it with 4ay, so a will be 2 alpha, correct? So 2 alpha into m square is 9 by 16. Now I will compare this part and this part. So I can say that minus 9 alpha by 8 is equal to 15 by 4, correct? So it implies that alpha will be 2. So minus definitely. So alpha will be 30 by 9, that is 10 by 3. So the value of alpha is 10 by 3. So for 4, correct option is U, correct? So alpha is 10 by 3. So correct option is U, but here this is, we have to calculate incorrect. So incorrect option will be option B. Thank you.